4, Danger Varoz, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Santa Fe, holy shit! I'm so excited to be here. I love Santa Fe. I love Santa Fe!
We love you!
I have a funny story about Santa Fe, actually. I just want to start off with that, if you guys want to hear a cool Santa Fe story. It's about back in the day with the Via Linda Mall, if you guys want to hear that story. You guys want to hear a Via Linda Mall story?
Old times!
Back with the carousel and shit. Yeah, I grew up in Los Alamos. You guys are familiar with Los Alamos, I'm sure. Maybe the proximity. And then after I was 12, I grew up in Espanola for a little while. Yeah, I'm this weird Norteño freak. I'm part Espa and part Los Alamos. It's fucked up. Look at me! I mean, fucking look at me!
Almospa!
Yeah. But anyone here grew up in high school with a gay best friend? Anyone here have a gay best friend in high school? Yeah, I had a gay best friend in high school. He's happily married with his grandpa in West Hollywood right now, but before that, we were just a couple of twinks running around Santa Fe with our boas on, ditching school in Los Alamos. And so this one afternoon, or not afternoon, this one morning, it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, we decided not to go to school. And Chris wanted to put on drag and go to Santa Fe. This was the usual thing. I was really self-conscious. I was still in high school. I was not in fact gay like he was. And so I'd be like, we'll just put makeup on half my face so it's not good. We'd come down to Santa Fe. We needed to stop in Espanola at our Coke dealer's house to get some raspberry. Some Smirnoff raspberry. Smirnoff raspberry. And we got it from our Coke dealer, Ashley, who was 27 years old at the time, and true story, did not know how old he actually was. He was just guessing he was 27. He was like, yeah, man, I don't have a birth certificate. And so we got us our bottle of Smirnoff raspberry. And we had our half drag on, we headed down to the Via Linda Mall, as you do. And it was 9:30 in the morning on a school day, a couple of 17-year-olds hanging out, polishing a bottle of Smirnoff in the Via Linda Mall parking lot. But here's the thing, for all of you folks out there who do have gay best friends from high school, you know this, you can't outdrink these people. And if you try to, you're going to have a serious medical condition on your hands. So I was trying to outdrink my gay best friend in the parking lot of the Via Linda Mall with my half drag on, and I couldn't hang. I had to lay down in the backseat of my girlfriend's Toyota Camry. And Chris was front-faced. He was like finishing the bottle. He leaned it on the front seat. He was blasting LaBouche in the camera. I'll be my lover. Be my lover. What's wrong with you? Get up, let's party! He was fucking tearing it up. And he was making so much noise, he attracted the attention of these 2 Santa Fe detectives. These 2 Norteño cops came walking up to check us out at 9:30 in the morning on a weekday. A couple of minors who drag in the parking lot. One of them's passed out in the back of the Toyota Camry. Be my lover! These 2 fucking cops, and you know the cops, you know these fucking Santa Fe cops. They came up with their mustaches, their guns, badges on the belt, the red chili stains on their shirts. They had already been elbow deep in some Silcopia that morning. They were fucking cruising up cool, like fucking checking up these motherfucking Los Alamos motherfuckers. They're like, hey man, you got a lot of explaining to do out here. You know, DWI is a very serious offense. We're investigating some break-ins in the neighborhood around the mall, and we found this shit. What's wrong with him? What's going on with this one? I was like, I wanted to let him know I was there, you know? Sometimes you just gotta throw out something, let him know you're there. Like, you got a lot of explaining to do, what's going on here? And Chris was completely unfazed. He actually, in fact, at this point, had not stopped dancing. He was like, be my lover, be my lover. He was thinking ice cold. He's like, shit, you know what? We were making out. And it worked. The cops were like, oh, okay, well. Get the fuck out of there! That was the one time that homophobia actually saved me from prison. I was going to jail that day. They had us cold. Oh my god. I love fucking Santa Fe. It's the best city. I want to die here. Not to be morbid. I just figured once I lose my teeth, you can still eat huevos rancheros. You know, like you can eat that shit forever. I remember when I used to wait tables, I discovered that like the more of a misogynist you were, the less you pronounced your consonants. You were like, whoa. Okay. I used to do a lot of traveling for stand-up before the pandemic hit and everything got shut down. I'm really glad to be back out in front of audiences, so thank you so much, guys, for coming out to the show. It's amazing. It's huge. My heart is full. My heart is so full, it's amazing. I'm in Santa Fe, telling jokes, I got my boots on. I got my good boots on. This is how I dress up, guys. I put my boots on. It's New Balance or this. This is what you get. I used to do a lot of traveling for stand-up. I remember right before COVID hit, I was on the road. I was in Florida. That was a crazy place. Anyone ever been to Florida? Holy shit! Have I heard something about Florida? I heard things like online, Florida Man and all that stuff. Yeah, right.
Oh, it's so true.
I was in this rental car on this Enterprise, and I was leaving Orlando, and I'm driving up the coast to this club in Jacksonville, and I just hit the coast, and I think I'm safe, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, my back windshield just explodes. And I was thinking, I got been shot at, right? So I pulled over, I was on the phone with Enterprise crying just a little bit. I was taking a glass out of everything, pulling my luggage out of the back seat, looking for like a hole in the back seat, you know, like looking for something. And then I found it, ladies and gentlemen, it was a golf ball. And then I realized what had happened to me is basically the Republican version of a drive-by shooting. Thank you. I was traveling into Los Angeles too right before the COVID hit. Oh man. I was on this airplane and I was next to this mom and this little girl who had never been in an airplane before. And right as we're coming into the city, she's looking out the window and she's got the window seat. And she's like, wow, Mom, from all the way up here, it doesn't even look real. Like it looks fake, you know? And this dude in the seat in front of us looked right at this little girl and was like, it is fake. I stayed with this in this compound with these comedians. There's like 12 comics living in this house near downtown Los Angeles. And they're all like just doing drugs and like podcasting everywhere. And everybody when I got to like be in my podcast, they're like, ah! It's terrifying. I stayed at this place. They had this huge gate at the end of their driveway. You had to slide shut and lock with like a big padlock on it. And when I got there, they had to come and let me in. And they were like unlocking the padlock, like, hey man, welcome to LA, have fun telling jokes here. Just make sure when you leave, you slide this gate shut and you lock it. Because the water utility authority is trying to shut off the water department. Yeah, man. When I got into the house, and it's true, there's evidence of podcasting everywhere, cables all over the fucking place. They all told me, all the other 12 comics who lived in the house, they all told me one by one the same thing. They're like, hey man, welcome to LA, have fun telling jokes, have fun in the city, just make sure when you leave, you slide that gate shut and you lock it. Because the water utility authority is trying to shut off the water department. I was like, guys, I'm a real comic too, I got it. It's under control, I'm not gonna fuck you up. And they warned me about where I was staying too. It was like in a really bad condition. They're like, hey man, this was legit their words. They're like, hey man, sorry about the condition of the room, but if it makes you feel any better, we've been killing spiders all day long. And I got down there, and there was like a steamed mattress, a sword, there was like crap everywhere. And then there's piles of dead spiders all over the floor, all over the place. I was like, why didn't you? No, I didn't. There's the piping was in there, so every time any one of the guys upstairs took a shit, I could hear it all. And it's like this terrible, horrible room. And as soon as they left me alone there, I was like, God, I'm gonna be able to sleep in there. And then I heard this little voice. Hey, Danger Varoz. I was like, what? I was looking around, and then I saw it in the corner, just out of the way in the darkness. I saw this. There was a little spider that was left alive. He was like, Danger Varoz. Albert Galloway's 2019 Best Comic, Danger Varoz. And I was like, it's me. It's me. He's like, I had so many questions. I was like, who taught you English? What happened to all your friends? What's it like being in LA? You know, it's like being in LA, that's a lot. You know? That's so many questions. He was like, yeah, we'll get to that. Just make sure when you leave, you slide that dead shit. Oh, thank you. I got some more claps. If I get claps twice, I get to have a drink. Okay. Well, making work for it. All right, baby. Oh man, what else is going on? You know, it's important when you're doing stand-up comedy to be relatable to the audience. You gotta find things, be relatable. Oh shit. Does anyone have a mom? Oh, yes. Yes, this will go great. Right, yeah, I got a mom. Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's a pretty supportive woman. She's always had my back, always. I remember when I was really little, my big sister, she was like a lot smarter than I was, and she liked to mess with me, and she convinced me that I was gay because I didn't have a vagina like she did. I don't know. But I came running out of my room, and I still remember this. This is one of my oldest memories. It's a true story. I came running in my room, and I ran into my mom and said, Mom! Can I still be Spider-Man when I grow up, and even if I'm gay? She got down and she leveled with me. She said, Son, I will always love you, no matter what you do with your little penis. No matter what, okay? So I had the last laugh, because years later I came running out of the bathroom again with my dick stuck in a bottle of hair conditioner. But she didn't make fun of me, man. She had my back. She got down and she started trying to be helpful. She's like, oh, shit. Oh, this is never going to come off. She couldn't help making a dirty joke. She's like, looks like you're making a little protein Pro-V for your sister. I didn't even get the joke. I was like, what are you talking about? She starts reading the bottle, trying to figure out how to get it off. Ah, shit. It's volumizing. You're never going to get this out of here. She's always had my back, man. But she says crazy shit. My mom says funny things. She has this weird saying that she says, you go. That's her saying, is you go. And it's like this self-righteous, like, self-martyrization kind of thing. Here's an example of how she uses it. I took my family to Disney World a few years ago, and we're in the parking lot, and we're going in, and she steps on the curb, and she turns her ankle, right? And she makes kind of a show of it, so we're coming in, and she's like, oh, I just can't wait to do it. Oh! And we're jumping to her, we're like, Mom, we gotta get you up to there's an ambulance over there. She says, no, leave me here. You go. You go, you have your day, you go. We're like, Mom, we're not gonna leave you with the sun in Florida and the heat while we're in Disney World. She says, no, you take the kids and you go, you have your day. I'll just drag myself into the shade of this tree. Suck moisture from this rock. You go. She's the funniest one. She told me this story recently. She was like, so I'm at home, and I'm watching my CNNs, and I got the weenie dog sleeping on the lap. and I heard a bunch of mice in the walls skitter-scatter around. And so I gently moved the sleeping weenie dog so as not to wake them. And I crept over to the wall. And I banged on it a whole bunch of times. I was like, what? Why don't you just call an exterminator? And that's what anyone would do. Just, oh, well, I don't want to kill the mice. I just want to make their lives miserable. And all of a sudden, all my experiences in high school made so much more sense. Oh my God. I got a dad too. Anyone got a dad? See, one person. I have all this great dad material, and none of it's relatable. No one's got a dad anymore. I got a dad who works up at the lab, and he's a dork, he's a total nerd. What does he do? He calls all drinks martinis. Like, no matter what you're drinking, it's a martini. He drinks a pint glass filled with ice and then filled to the brim with tequila. And he just sips it. And he calls it martini. He calls that shit a martini. He's just like, It's like a pint glass from a brewery. It's like Jose Cuervo. To the brim. Last time I was at his house, he's like, welcome in, son, glad to have you. But, you know, your mother and I are about to go on the patio and have some martinis. Your mother and I, and you're welcome to join us out there for some martinis on the patio. And I said, Dad, for the 10,000th time, that woman is not my mom. Oh man, what else is relatable? Sex? Anyone like that sexual intercourse? Yeah! Who's getting laid tonight? You got some people? You got some enthusiastic people? This usually does a little bit better though, like who's definitely coming? I'm coming right now, I guess.
Who's coming but not having sex?
Oh, very specifically, you want to zero in. Sir, what's your name?
Jesse Bailey.
Jesse Bailey on Instagram. Find me later, Jesse says. Good bar.
Let me know if you need some help, Jesse.
Can we change our earlier answer?
Oh yeah, let's try this again. Who's getting laid tonight for sure? Definitely 100%, no liars now. And then who's definitely coming but not getting laid? See, nobody wants to answer to the second part. They're all, did you hear how happy they were to admit they're coming a second ago? They were like, I'm coming right now! Coming's exciting. I got a vasectomy though. So it's slightly less exciting now. But it also means that I can come on anything and people have to be okay with it. Yeah, it's true. The other day I was at this job interview and this dude was like, what the fuck did you do? Dude, it's fucking everywhere. I was like, hey man, I got a vasectomy. He was like, oh. You're crazy, but I like you. We like that kind of shit around here. Is that a lot of burger? Shade. You're like, what the fuck is nature having over against a lot of burger? Nothing, guys. Hey, fellas, can I ask you a question? You ever ejaculate into a spinning fan and it sounds just like a robot coming?
Yes.
Yeah. We all go, oh man, I think it's funny dating because like chicks when they're single, they're always like, oh, I'm a busy independent woman, you know, like I don't need no man, I'm all about it, I'll take care of it. as soon as you're together, they're like, well, where are you going? What's going on? Who is that? You know, so I have a solution, ladies. Date me. All right, check this out. We're together all the time, but we feel alone. I've been in good therapy. I've been in really good therapy lately. Did Tripp say he was in therapy too? Is he talking about therapy? I think that's amazing. We got these strong, great men talking about therapy up here on stage. I've been in some therapy. I was previously diagnosed with BPD because I met a bunch of the criteria, but after years of really intensive therapy, I don't need it anymore, folks. I've been cured. I'm PMS. You can come. It's amazing. So I just want anyone out there to know who suffers with depression, issues with suicidal ideation, with addiction. I want you to know I am better than you. I'm a lot better than you. Do you think anybody ever pretended to be a child molester so that they could network with some billionaires on a yacht? You think that ever happened? I mean, honestly, do you think anyone has ever pretended to be a child molester in order to network with billionaires on a fucking yacht? Like, did you go down there, Jared? Oh, I was down there twice. I was wow, that's me. Wow, wow. Yeah. Couldn't fucking Oh my god. We're having fun, guys. We're having a good time. Hey, you know that song by Celine Dion, Power of Love?
Yes.
You guys know that song? It's all like, whispers in the morning, till I sleep in time, run by thunder now, as I look in your eyes. You know that song, guys? Important song, folks. I just wanted to share this memory because one of my other oldest memories that I have is being like 6 or 7 and hearing that song and just knowing that that song is what sex was like. I just knew it. Yeah. I got a story about some sex for you guys. A story about some good sex. Yeah. Good sex story. Yeah. I went home with a lady after the show, guys. I'm a man. Alright? Say it, what? Yeah, I went home with a lady after the show. She was very friendly. She took me to her boat. We had a little, we made a little love. We had a little, let's face it, some decent love making. It was decent. But after all the sexy time had happened, you know, the clothes had come off and all the stuff had happened, it was like 2, 3 in the morning, I was hot and I couldn't sleep, and she was out cold, and I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. You know what it's like. I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, man. It was nothing personal. Then I got my stuff, I was looking for my phone, wallet, keys, and I was looking for my underwear in the dark. Anyone here lose their underwear in the pitch black darkness? And you're like guessing trajectories from the night before? You know, like, let's see, it came off and it was fun that way. So I got my phone, wallet, keys, my undies, please, I got everything ready to go. And then I noticed I had emptied my pockets before the lovemaking had commenced, you know, because nothing's worse than ripping somebody's pants off up, and nickels and pennies fly all over the room and shit like that. And I put all my change on this little pile on her bedstand. And it wasn't just any change, like it was like, I didn't want to leave it there, you know, because it was good change. You know what I'm saying? Like it had quarters in it, it had dimes in it, it was good change. But I didn't want to wake her up getting her money. You know, could you imagine waking up after a night of, I mean, let's face it, some decent loving. Just to see a little pile of me next to your pile of change, like,
Go back to sleep, it's my money. Good change.
Use this at the laundromat. So I decided not to wake her up, and I was like, I'm gonna leave this here. But at the last minute, I had already shut and locked the door behind me. There's no going back in at this point. I was like, oh shit. She's gonna think I left it there on purpose. You know? Like a shitty Albuquerque hipster tip. You know?
It was good change.
Could you imagine waking up after a night of, I mean, let's face it, some decent loving, to see that little pile of change there and be like, that son of a bitch! Who does he fucking think he is? What is it? Oh, this is good change, actually. This is like a laundry. I'm having so much fun with you guys. Thank you so much. Are you doing the thing like are you being safe tonight? Are you staying safe from COVID? You guys, no, you said no? Are we like COVID positive in the audience right now? And okay, I just want to reiterate that I just asked. So are we COVID positive in the audience tonight and just not saying anything? And several people clapped and said, woo! I just want to make sure you all heard that. We're all in this wild ride together, right? So we're just doing it. We all heard that happen. You just have to assume that's what it's like everywhere now. At the Jethro Tull concert, you know? You just have to assume. You have to assume that's what's going on. What was that?
They screwed up for our president and screwed up for us.
COVID? Yeah, he's got it, right? Right? Has anybody ever wished for somebody to die more than when the last president had COVID? I can't tell which president I would just love to watch die more. I'm just like, crazy. It's amazing. I'm just kidding. I see some still a comedy show. Hey! Woo! Remember when we were all COVID positive a second ago? Woo! Remember that? Woo! We had the goddamn Secret Service coming after me. We were at Tumbleroot, sir. I was like, holy shit! Can you imagine? Where is this going now? Oh man. Yeah, I have this dog actually. While we're on the subject, I have this dog and she won't eat the dog treats that I get for her like at all. The more expensive the dog treat, the less likely she is to eat it. But she will eat a used condom out of the trash. So I'm making my own dog treats is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. $5 for a 3-pack. Just let me know like 24 hours in advance. You can't have like 6 people come at me at once. All like, let me get that 3-pack. These are expensive dog treats. I have one final thing to share with you guys, and that's health insurance. Guys, we need it. We need it for everybody, right? We need Medicare for all. Anybody else on board? We needed to save these people. We have people on the streets. We have people with mental health crises, and it's a really serious issue. And I actually lost my brother to suicide recently, and it's a terrible issue. And I want everyone to know that there's definitely options, and you can reach out, and you can touch people, and you can help people, and you can say something, and you can make a difference in people's lives. I remember I had some issues of my own. What I was doing is I was selling a bunch of drugs and laundering money and putting a gun in my mouth every single day and wishing I could get back in school. And calm down, sir, the joke hasn't happened yet. And what I was doing is if I can get real with you guys, we're still on board with this shit. I was putting a gun in my mouth and I was counting down from 3 every single day and trying to see if I can get my will up to do it. But every time I get to 1, it's a true story, I think of a joke. And so I write down the joke so I can try it out at a comedy show. And that shit kept me alive. You know, and I was doing this right. Doing this right. Thank you very much. I remember other comics expressing similar things, being like, hey man, it's all good, let's get together, let's have a writer's group, you know? Let's get together and work on some jokes. And I was like, I don't know if you want to get down like I get down. My process is kind of fucked up. You write a joke! No, I write a joke! But yeah, health insurance is real. I remember fairly recently I was dating this woman who lost her health coverage. And most men, we rely on women to cover us when it comes to birth control, don't we? Yeah, you're laughing like you. Guys, I'm looking around this room, you guys aren't using condoms. Right? They don't feel good. You know? You're always relying on women with IUDs, the birth control pills. And so whenever a woman loses her coverage, you're screwed. You're having unprotected sex and you're open for having pregnancies, other things like that. Things like that. So my girlfriend lost her coverage and we're trying to figure out something that we can do, something that's affordable. And so we're trying anal right now. It wasn't my idea. She's a really smart woman. She's trying to be economical. Because like the way she explained it to me is if we shell out $40, $50 to buy her a strap-on, you know, we'll save a lot of money. We're like, hey babe, I'd like to take another look at that Presbyterian quote. And she's like, it's too late. Slap! Hey, you guys have been really amazing. Thanks for laughing on all my comedy jokes. I really love it. The usual stuff, drive safely, take your car staff, everyone stay safe. I love you so much. Thank you so much to Evan. And I love to do the show, Tumbleroot Brewery. I love it. Thank you so much. I've been fabulous. Find me on Instagram, Danger K Varoz. Okay? It's VAROZ. I was amazing.